GLC, how you doing? We're back. You know it's me, Gallifrey Madman, with my cohort. It's the furry one. Who is it again?
Yes, boys and girls, it's me, Dirty Ewok 75.
Oh,
how are we doing, Trips?
Oh, how you doing, Ewok?
I'm doing fabulous, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I'm spirits are good. The spirits are good.
Spirits are good.
Sight, we've got a special person with us, and I think I'm in a good place right now.
Yes.
Yep. I always look forward to the podcasts. I always do.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of fun, and as he said, we have a guest today, and if you'll notice, this podcast was posted a little sooner than we've been doing the podcast because this is a special podcast. We're bringing you this special because we have special announcements. So everything's just special.
Special announcements for special people.
Yes. Oh, yes. We're all special. But on top of us having a special episode and having a special guest, we have a new member to the cast. We've brought into the studio, we've brought in the Digital Effects Noise Amplifier 5000. But we call her Dina for short.
Oh,
yeah. Have you met Dina yet, Ewok? I don't know if you have.
No. Now, I think the last time I was round at yours, someone was scuttling out the back window and left a pair of heels behind them. Is this the same person we're talking about?
I don't know. Hey, Dina, why don't you say hi to Ewok?
Hi.
Ooh, she's sexy.
I don't think that's the person.
Too sexy.
The person that left yours. No, the person that left yours had a deeper voice.
A deeper voice.
Manly might add, yeah. Yeah, but that's sexy enough.
Hello.
I suppose it depends.
Was that them? Hey.
Yeah.
But anyway, Dina's joining the crew. She'll be here giving us little funny tidbits of noise here and there, just livening it up a little bit. So pretty much I'm still at a loss for why I can't do this more often. I really am. Unlike you, who's in a good mood and chipper and cheery, I've come home today from another long week of work because I do. I go to work Monday, come home Friday, and it's really starting to wear on me, and I don't know how. I don't know how I do it anymore. I really don't. But luckily, luckily we were coming home for this. I was coming home for this, so this is pretty much what I had to look forward to. And it's like, okay, this is going to get me through the rest of my night, and it should put me in a good mood, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It will do. Guaranteed.
I hope so. I really do.
I think it will. If it doesn't, you need to fire yourself.
Oh, yeah, I know. But then who would do all the recording?
Dina?
Oh, well, I don't know. Dina, what do you think about that? She doesn't want to do it.
Oh, she sounds rowdy, doesn't she?
God. But anyway, so like I said, this is a special episode that we're bringing to you, and without further ado, I think we're just gonna jump right in to bringing our guest out. Hey, Dina, how about giving us some intro music? Oh yeah,
Funky.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, groovy.
Yeah. All right, folks. You all know him. You all love him. Our fearless leader, MerlinMal, the Monkey Man. You there, Mal?
What are you doing to that monkey?
Mal is in the
guys.
house. Good evening, my friend. How are you?
Oh, great. What a pleasure to come and join your podcast.
Well, we're happy to have you.
Yeah, definitely.
So, what's new in the world of Mal?
Oh, working on progress within the GLC, the things I hold most dear.
Oh, well, gee, thank you. You hold us dear. That's so sweet.
I'm not holding you like that.
We'll get to that
I
later.
feel nauseous.
But
Help me.
if you're wondering, Mal is here. Mal has some special announcements for everybody here in the GLC that I think everybody's going to be pleased with. It's going to bring more. I don't know what's the word I want to use, Ewok.
Sustenance, nurturing.
Those are good words.
Joy.
Yeah, it's going to be all around good news and good things for GLC, whether it be FIFA, Call of Duty, Rocket League, Forza, Project Cars. You know, it's going to be good for everybody. And we're going to get to that a little bit later. But first, we're going to get to know Mal a little bit better because we do have a few new members to the GLC. And if you're listening to this podcast and you're not yet a member of the GLC, it's quite easy. All you have to do is go to gamersleaguecentral.com. And that is gamers with a Z or a Z, depending on what country you live in.
Zed.
Zed. Take a look at what we have to offer. Go to the sign-up sheet. Sign up. Become a member. And that's it. Start to get to know everybody in the communities. Decide what games you like, whether you're a FIFA player, whether you're a racer, whether you're somebody who's a shooter, and wants to do the Call of Duty leagues. And then even then, if you join up and you have suggestions for other community type games, please feel free to let us know. We're always open to new ideas, and we welcome it. So, but now back to Mal, and Mal. You do know we're going to be asking you 10 questions a little bit later, in a little while, right?
Help!
But I do have one question for you right now that it's kind of a bet going on, and it's also a mystery because everybody knows you. Everybody knows you as Mal, and if you also know Mal on Facebook, you could see that he uses Mal on Facebook with his last name, which we all know because he talks to the rest of his family, so we can all figure out that Scott is his last name. Now, the bet we have going, and hopefully you'll agree to settle it. Everybody calls you Mal. I'm willing to bet Mal is not your real name, even though I tease you that, and I call you Mallory. I'm betting that your actual full name is Malcolm Scott. Is that correct?
Yes, spot on, buddy.
Cha-ching!
I don't want to know what you're going to win with your bet with, I presume it was with Ewok.
No,
I'll let you have that secret.
No, it's some little arrangement he's got with the with Dina. It's
With
definitely
Dina.
not involving me.
Dina.
Definitely
Oh,
not
poor
involving me.
Dina. But anyway, Mal, I know you've listened to our last couple of podcasts, and we have a new member to the cast, which is Dina. And Dina, say hi to our fearless leader.
Hi.
Oh, she likes you, Mal.
Yeah, don't mean to be rude, guys. I've been looking forward to coming on your podcast, but I'd rather Dina interviewed me. That's all right.
What do you think about that, Dina? Oh, she's quiet.
She's lost for words.
You drove her away, Mal. But anyway.
We could be good together.
She says running down the street.
OMG.
There we go.
Ooh, Valley Girl.
She sounds so impressed.
But anyway. Busy, Mal. That's what you seem to always be when it comes to the GLC. Is there ever a time that you're not busy?
Yeah, I've got a job.
No.
I go and do my job to get a break from GLC.
Really? Well, at least you get paid for that one.
Yeah.
I thought he had like a little room in the back end of the website. Oh, right. A little copy
Yeah.
or something.
I don't know.
It kind of is because I do website work while I'm at work as well.
Really?
Now, is that work
GLC
website
goes
work?
with me.
So you're getting paid to work on GLC?
Technically, I'm getting paid to do something else, but while I'm there, I do GLC as well.
But obviously, if Mel's employees listen to this, he does it on his break. Just for the record. Not in your time. Yeah.
His break just
I do
happens to
do
be
my
6
2 hour
hours
lunch
long.
Break, yeah.
2 hour lunch break. I want your job. Jesus.
So do I. Oh my God! But big things going on here in the GLC, which of course you're here to announce. But there's a lot of good racing going on lately. There's been some really close battles. A lot of people really getting the full effect and enjoyment that we've always strived for at the GLC. And as a matter of fact, I think you've actually got a little bit of a confusion or a frustration going on right now with that MX5 Cup. You're still looking for a winner, I hear.
Yeah, indeed. We use the chase format that Junior brought to us. We encourage our members to come along with ideas, and sometimes we're lucky enough to get them to host them nights as well. And Junior come up with a plan called the chase, and the clan drivers get to go off ahead, and then you have the middle of the pack with a delay, and then the quickest drivers are at the back and they get a longer delay, and then you get so many laps basically to chase down and try and catch the front runners. And it is just amazing. You get like 3 laps from the end, everyone catches up and bunches up, and then you have 3 laps of a mixed field all fighting for the finish line, and it is intense and it's amazing, and every week we have different winners.
Yeah, well, and it's quite an interesting format because I believe that's the format you're using for touring cars this season, correct?
Indeed, and it's that good. We thought we'd use it for the Mazda Cup. It works best with everyone in the same car. So when you put a cup together like a specific car, it'd be daft not to throw the chase setup in there as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it seems to be quite an effective format because as we noticed when it came to the standings of the touring cars, it was quite a surprise to see Big Ramey sitting top dog for a couple weeks.
Yeah, he's near enough still at the top, and when it actually comes down to racing, it is near the end of the race where the quickest drivers are trying to get past him. I mean, 2 laps from the end on a half-hour race, and Ramey's like, "Sod off, you bugger! You're not getting past me."
Well, that is quite a wide load, to be fair.
Yeah, and he does know how to make his bum big.
He's like sat 10 points from the top. That's crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah, but the Mazda Cup is something else. I mean, the quickest drivers did break through over 3 races, and it was that close. I mean, we had Torque won race 1 and 2, but still couldn't win it outright, purely because he finished 3rd in race 3. That was enough to cost him a clear victory.
No, really?
Yeah, I mean, Greasy did well, getting 3rds and a 2nd, but he finished 3rd overall, even doing that. And the guy that's sort of got in the way a bit is Junior.
Ooh.
Oh, he's brought his fans with him.
Yeah, I see that, yeah. Everybody
Junior
loves
runs up.
Junior. Hey. Oh,
So
rough crowd.
Is that going to happen every time we say Junior?
Yeah, that's-
Well, they've just travelled back from Nuremberg.
Well, the run man himself got runners up and won race 3. And so Torque and Junior
So
basically tied.
basically,
You're
Torque,
waiting for it, yeah.
he won the first 2 races, and then Junior comes along and screws him out of the rest of it, and basically his whole night just goes. That's just messed up.
Yeah. You could actually blame Ramey's dog.
Now,
That damn dog again.
is Remy's dog going to be issued a race number? An honorary race number? Like D1 or something? I think
I don't know if there's much room because the tyre tracks across his back take up a lot of his exterior. There's not much design space left.
Oh man.
Greasy come through and got 2nd in race 3 and pushed Torque down to 3rd, and that basically finished him with Junior winning race 3. It's left a dead heat, and a race-off must happen.
Wow. You think you just give it the torque for winning two of the three races?
Well, we could, and in theory that would be a sensible thing, but we set the structure out before the race. We make it clear there's no bonuses. It's simple. It's down to the points you get, and we have to stick with that. If afterwards we feel we could have done it different, then we live and learn, and we adapt to what's best for the community. But as it stands, we made it clear it's down to the points you get for finishing in your positions. And so Ramey's dog, just caused a race off.
That damn dog. Well,
It was a dog.
well, either way, I think you've really put together a good mixture of drivers out there.
It's took a year since Forza 6 launched, and a lot of learning, a lot of adapting, a lot of people coming. Some, we've had some awesome people join and not stay. Maybe they misunderstand because it's a website. Maybe they misunderstand what GLC is about. But the one big word that we always rave about, the minute we say GLC, we follow it up with community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think some don't get that because it's a website.
Yeah.
And that's why we're doing it, because we want a community. And we finally got it. We've got what we've strived for this last year. All the fun we've been through, the people we've met, and not always glad we have, and some have moved on. We've ended up with the good ones. And Forza is it really is the place to be now. It's got so addictive. I'm pretty sure everyone who races on Forza with us can't wait for race night. It is that good. It's good fun. We even had Mr. Coughlin come and join us in the Mazda Cup. He did race 1 and 2. And when it was time for him to go and do what he needed to do next, he said it was such a pleasure to come on Forza and have a laugh and feel good about it and enjoy the driving as well.
GLC definitely has that recipe in Forza. Forza was almost like the bread and butter, where it just seems to bring everybody together. It really does.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that's down to yourself, Mel, the way you run the show and help manage people and support people. So hat off to you for that, for making it the homely place that it is. I think.
Yeah, I'd have to say, even though I don't participate in Forza anymore, it had nothing to do with anybody in the community. It's the game. If I say, if there's anything I miss from my days racing in the Forza leagues is the camaraderie, the people. It's just what finally drove me away is I just couldn't take the game anymore. I got frustrated to the point to where I wasn't having fun anymore, and it was because of the game.
Yeah, what done it for me when you left, I sort of noticed that I didn't miss you at first because at times I was ahead of you, so I couldn't use you for my brakes anymore.
Yeah, always tapping me in the ass.
It's the way you like it.
But do you want to keep that for the late night show?
Bum chicka wow wow.
Oh, Dina's woke up. Dina's woke up then. Oh my lord. Okay.
But other than that, to now that we have all these new people, there's somebody I think who really deserves some really good mention, which I've heard you mention before. And he's somebody that's been around a long time. He's actually been around longer than me.
Yeah, this guy has been working with me since we first formed Monkey Clan back on Forza 4. I've stood by him since we started GLC Race Club. When Forza 6 launched, we got into it proper. And I always said to everyone, just wait, because when this guy gets his mojo back, he'll show you he can drive. And Mr. Woodle has really come into his own lately. He's right up there in the Master Car.
Oh yeah, Woodle.
The guy is phenomenal on the racetrack, and he really does do it.
Yeah. Oh, he's just he's a stand-up guy too.
Mm-hmm.
Does this mean
Honestly,
that
I think
the Woodall School of Driving will actually have its first customer, or was that just a tax break thing?
that was my way of getting out of having to send him his crate of bananas every month.
To be honest with you, with
Yeah.
the level of drivers we have now, I don't really think there is a need of a driving school. I mean, because I mean, even when you got the people that were the I don't know, the least skilled have become skilled, and we're talking guys like Superior Rain, Big Ramey, Broccoli, and even Ewok. They you couldn't consider them as people that were just in the way anymore. As to where when they first got out on the track, it was just like, oh, okay, you got to figure out what you're going to do when you come up to them because you're going to pass them. But they slowly grew, and they're now they're contenders. Well, Ewok was when he was in Forza. He's not so much in Project Cars, but
Oh, see, when I first joined GLC with the Forza, I was quite intimidated by how well everyone raced on track, how good they were, and I thought, at one point I thought I'm not going to fit in here. I can't race. I'm not going to be able to do it. And then I had two individuals who took time to give me some pointers. One was Biggie. He taught me sort of the basics of tuning, which helped me. And two was literally about an hour and 10 minutes with Mal, where he sat behind me, and I think I was in the Aston Martin actually. He sat behind me. We done lap for lap, and he gave me pointers on how to take corners, where I wasn't braking, where I wasn't putting my power down, etc., etc. And literally after that, I finally realised, what I was doing wrong. Mel didn't have to do that, but he did. He took that hour and 10 minutes, whatever it was, to point me in the right direction, and that allowed me to actually enjoy the game. So instead of being intimidated on track, I was actually comfortable on track. I think with Mal and the rest of the team who follow Mal's lead, that's what everyone does. When they see somebody, having a difficult time on the track, they deliver the pointers, they deliver the advice and stuff, and that keeps everyone on a sort of an even keel, if you like.
Yeah.
Everyone enjoys being on track because it's that's what it's about. So working together, even obviously you want to beat the person that's in front of you or behind you or whatever, but at the same time it is about having fun.
Yeah.
That's the special formula that Mal seems to have. You've got a secret recipe.
Well, that's why I was sad to see people like Mrs. C and Marble Echo just disappear, because while they weren't while they weren't making improvements by leaps and bounds, they were making noticeable improvement, and a lot of it had to do with the community because we didn't belittle them, and we helped, or we tried building them up, which is what the GLC is about.
Yeah, and a lot of the humility that you see, like where I spent time with Ewok, and you've seen people work with Brooksy, who's actually back.
Yes, I saw that
on GLC
I
Racing
did
on
see
Forza.
That,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
This is where the hidden heroes like Woodall come into it, because Woodall showed me the humility where he could have been out there winning championships, but he took time out and let other people win it because he wanted to see everyone be able to enjoy their racing. And back in the Monkey Clan days when we did clan racing on Forza 4, Woodall was the one there, and this is where the driving school comes from. He sat down and spent time with the people that wished they could keep their car on track and do a clean lap. And he showed them so much patience, so much time, that they ended up having a weekly slot where all he'd do is work with them, where his competitors, if you like, were out there tuning for the next track so they could beat him in the league race. Now, he didn't care about that. He was there helping people. And that rubbed off on me. Yeah. So when I met Mr. Ewok, wishing he could do a decent clean lap and keep up, it rubbed off on me, and I wanted to see Ewok enjoying putting in good clean laps.
Right. Yeah, and it was even done for me back in Forza 5, because Forza 5 was my first foray into the Forza mix. And Detroit Boy, he was my mentor. He was the one who did that for me and taught me, when to gear, when to upshift and downshift, and all the other stuff. And it's just, well, it was helpful. I mean, I was still not some great racer. I just unable to race with a controller. It just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Other than the fact that the first time ever I raced against Mal, I beat him with a controller. But
Is that figuratively
That
speaking,
still
or you
hurts.
actually beat him with a, with a controller? Yeah.
no, the very first race I ever raced against Mal, I ended up finishing a place or two ahead of him. And I think it was the very first GLC Cup. It was actually no, it was the Forza 5, the Forza 5 Cup. That's what it was.
Yeah, we did a launch cup on Forza 5, didn't we?
Yep, that was my first foray with meeting Mal, and because I was with that other group at that time, and they, I don't know, like I said, after meeting Mal and a few other people, I started hanging out with the GLC people a little bit more here and there, and it kind of snowballed into the fact that the group I was with got really upset about it or something, and we just kind of grew apart. So I just made the full-on move to GLC, and I've been happy ever since.
Best thing you can do in it.
Well, yeah, when you find the group of people that the GLC tends to keep around, yeah, that's the way it works. Yeah, we occasionally bring in some bad apples, but we eventually weed them out, which we just did last weekend, I believe.
Yeah, you get some awesome people that come along. Like I say, they see a website and they see a league, and they don't quite get that we're a community. And when we say to them, everyone's as important as the next guy, and that's not about who's the quickest. We're pleased to see people are the quickest. We'd probably cope with more quick drivers if they had the humility of Junior. But some of them don't. They just come in full of awesome and they don't cut it.
Well, and that's I think that's probably why I like Junior. Yes, I know. That's probably why I like him. I actually like him, and I have no qualms whatsoever about racing him because he is a damn good racer. He is a damn good driver. But he doesn't rub anybody's nose in it, and he doesn't.
He's humble.
Yeah, he's very humble, and he's not an obnoxious twat.
And it's not just that. It's not just being a gracious winner. He actually cares that everyone else is having a good time.
Well, he cares about the GLC
And it
too.
rubs off. Yeah.
So it's just I think we stumbled upon a very good person there when we brought him in. Of course, we got him and Lofty in together at the same time, and it's a real shame that Lofty's been away. Even as frustrating as he could be sometimes, he was still a good competitor. He was a good person, especially when you got him drinking. But I really hope, from what I hear, Lofty's looking at purchasing a wheel also. So I'm hoping he's going to be coming back soon.
I'd like to think so.
Blistering return on the wheel.
Yeah.
There's more and more people getting the wheel now. It's
A lot of people talking about
increasing.
it. A lot of people talking about it. You and Junior are the only two that actually pulled the gun or pulled the trigger. Superior Rain is constantly talking about it. I hear Lofty.
He's very close.
He's very close, but he's got to finally pull that trigger. Like I said, I hear Lofty. Detroit is talking about picking up a wheel. So you got a lot of people still looking at picking up a wheel, and unfortunately, Detroit, he was going to participate in the season 1 of Project Cars, but like Mr. Coughlin, him and his wife welcomed a new bundle of joy into the world, so now he's stuck with 2 small children. Which
Mini C.
yep, we got a little coffee bean and the little Detroit. We'll call him Flint.
Detroit, baby.
Detroit baby.
We was right all along.
Oh yeah, but anyway, so enough reminiscing, schmoozing over the GLC. Let's get down to business.
I like that.
Let's just get right down to business here. Mal's here for a certain reason, and it's time to get to that reason. So, Mal, why don't you take it over and tell us why you're here?
Okay. You probably all noticed that lately there's been notices up, massive recruitment drive, bringing admin in. That's just a small part of what's been going on behind the scenes. My goal is to have a brand new structure on GLC that is so strong. We've got plenty of people pulling their weight. No one's overdoing it. Everyone gets to still game and enjoy being part of the admin team without feeling like they have too much to do. And from now on, that includes me. Complete new structure from the top, from all the way up at the top. GLC was never meant to be my baby, and it was never even planned. But I had to do admin on another website, and it got to a point where we ended up having to build a FIFA website, and through that I couldn't keep the Monkey website up, and kind of lost its identity a bit because Monkey Clan doesn't have a home now. But where we weren't racing on Monkey Clan anymore, we needed something more, not just FIFA. So GLC was formed, and the plan was to bring communities through different platforms. We had the FIFA established, Forza was in my blood and had to happen, and through the amount of people I got to know, COD was promised, which we've followed through on. And so GLC grew very quick. You're talking about this month, GLC has been on an engine build for a year now, and we're coming up 800 members and growing at increasing rate every month. So we're starting again, and I'm really, really, really excited and pleased to announce that I now have myself a co-owner, an equal co-owner, not just a number two teach, someone who I've worked with for many, many months in the background, tested him on the toughest part of GLC. We have an online career mode on FIFA, and basically he was head admin on that. He had his own admin team to look after, had a lot of members to look after, some of them with pretty big egos at the time. Massive amount of admin work, and he's been through the mill for quite a long time, and he's earned his stripes, believe me. You're talking about full adult but young. His name's Ryan James. We've been talking for a long time, and this weekend is the weekend where we feel it's time. So as of this weekend, we're announcing that GLC is under a co-ownership. So myself and Ryan James will now be co-owners, and you're talking about really bringing in some fresh energy to GLC. The direction it's going to go is just going to be amazing. We've been trying to progress, bringing in sponsors, partnerships, GLC shop, once in a while a little bit of prize money or points or items, but now we're going to do it properly. You're talking about complete structure. We're going to have head admins, we're going to have plenty of admin in every department, and we're going to be able to do this properly now. We really are going to take it to town and build GLC and give it the attention it deserves.
I think we should stress, though, that GLC is still going to remain a free site. So I don't want people to get the idea that it's going to be turned into some type of subscription-based webpage.
Before we built GLC, I did a lot of sourcing. I talked to clan leaders, I talked to people that run websites or did, and I sourced it, and it became very clear to me that GLC would need to be a free community, and I still stand by what I said before I opened sign-ups for our first members. GLC is and always will be a completely free community website.
So anybody who started getting any ideas, you can just let them go, because it is going to remain the same way it is. It's just going to keep improving, which is very good to hear. I mean, and for those, I know a lot of people probably they won't recognize that name, Ryan James, but he's mainly a person from the FIFA side, correct?
Correct, yeah.
So he's now is for people who've been here a long time. We've been in this situation with co-owners before, and I'm not going to get into it. But is it going to be a matter of you guys are going to handle what each of you know? In other words, you know, granted, you know the FIFA side, but you also know the Forza side, and where Ryan James really has never dealt with the Forza side, is it you're going to let him deal more with the Forza stuff so you can concentrate more on the Forza, or basically the race club, should I say, the race club side?
Okay, bit of a mixed answer here. And common sense would say, well, let him look after what he knows. He has no idea. If he was to go on the race club homepage, which he has done, and he's had a look, and he's been in touch with the admin team, it's totally alien to him. What we're doing on there, the people we've got, what leagues we run, and the same with COD to an extent. He is a COD guy, and he knows some of them, but FIFA's his thing. But if we're going to work as a partnership and get the best out of us, we both need to work together on everything. But having said that, Race Club has got a very strong team. With the recruitment drive, it was kind of for everything except for Race Club. I've got you guys and many more working with me to make Race Club how it is, and that doesn't need to be touched. It runs itself. New additions, i.e. Ewoks come and joined us as a full admin to help run the F1 side of things, more for the website side of it, update results, information. He's good enough to put his time in to make a video each week for a race review. So some additions, but we've kind of got it nailed on Race Club. Ryan won't really need to do too much to that. He doesn't play racing games, but at the same time, he will still be involved with me when we talk about planning. But when it comes down to the ground level, I can't see him having too much to do with the Race Club side of things.
So it's a lot of people probably wouldn't have too much interaction with him, just maybe in a passing, but not something they're going to have to worry about things upending, shall we say.
People that are just on GLC for racing games, we'll get to see his name, we'll get to hear things about Ryan, but when it comes down to the mechanics of running Race Club and making it tick, they're not really going to see him too involved with it. Maybe we'll convert him and get him on Forza or F1 one day, but I can't see it.
Or we'll just put him on Project Cars and he can have the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Is that game still running?
You're funny.
Something
it's trying.
I'd
It really is.
Before we went, one thing I meant to say earlier was the fact that you keep GLC is free. I think that sends a massive signal to the community itself, that says, you know, we're not. It's not about the money, and the fact that there isn't a fee to join the community. That is a very simple message. It says we are about you. We're not about. It's not about ourselves. It's not about getting something from you. It is about you. I think that is one of the core foundations of the GLC. That it's not money based. It's not a business. It's not a business. You know, it is a community. It is a family.
When I first planned to get GLC ready to launch, I thought ahead and had a lot of meetings, and we did a lot of talking. Like I said, I talked to clan leaders. when I started doing admin on websites, the Monkey Clan thing was a natural thing that grew, same as GLC is now. It was just good people that came together and knew how to respect other people. And before we knew it, we had hundreds. But I got admin work on the website for FIFA and learnt my trade there. And it was a very volatile environment where you had a number of free websites that seemed to hate each other and were doing the dirty on each other all the time, and it was pretty nasty. But what we also had is the big websites had sold out. You've got some websites out there that sold out and basically told the people who want free communities, well, we don't care about you anymore. If you want to compete in our websites, you're going to be paying good dollar every year, or we're not interested in you. And a lot of the free websites then seemed to disappear with the infighting that was going on between them, and a lot of people lost the taste for it, because at the end of the day, if you're doing something for free, surely you're going to have to be able to enjoy it to put the hours in for years.
Right.
And basically no one had a home anymore for free gaming. So with the launch of GLC, the priority and the main reason for it was to give people a free home for gaming. And we can't ever change that.
Well, plus the thing is like how could we really charge people to play their own game? It's not like we're offering the game. It's not like you have to sign into our servers to be able to play the game.
Yeah, but
It's your game to play as you want with the people you want to play with. So that's what we're there for. We're there to bring people together who enjoy playing the same games. We're not, and I think that's where I think you could look at us more of we're not a gaming website. We're a social. We're a social media in ourselves. We're like a Facebook or a Google Plus or something. We're our own social space, and that's what it is. Is we just bring people who enjoy the same games together.
That's the reason why GLC. We have on our main games we have a chat smack in the middle, maybe down a little bit, but smack in the middle. The main focus point of every main game page is the chat. And the reason that I insist that they all have that is because we're a community. People can come in, whatever game that is they want to get involved with, and they come on the website. There's a space for them to communicate and be a community. And all the admin that come in to help, one of the first things they learn is how important that chat is on the pages.
one thing with the chat box within the GLC as well is you go into some other forums and you go into the chat box, and if you're new to it, you can be treated like a noob. You know, if you ask a silly question, you can be, you know, some smart arse gives you some stick about. Whereas in the GLC, you don't get that. If you ask a question, you'll get an answer. And you won't get a smart.
It may take a couple of days, but you'll get an answer.
Do you know what I mean? You will get the answer. And I mean, some days the chat's quiet, depends what's happening. Other days, it's busy.
Oh, sometimes it'll just for a straight half hour, it'll just be boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, yeah. You've got to scroll all the way up just to find out what the start of the conversation was, and then read all the way down to catch up. And then by the time you catch up, everyone's gone offline. But at least you've caught up and you know what's happening. You know what I mean?
The funny part is most of the time the person involved in that kind of a chat is Ewok himself.
Hey,
Oh, yes.
I don't mind talking to nobody. It doesn't bother me. You know?
Oh, I'm not saying you're talking to yourself. I'm just saying is you're the one who usually will. More times than not, you'll be the one who starts the long chat sequence, shall we say?
Is that because I'm
Instigator.
controversial?
No,
Now you make me like a troublemaker.
No.
Small,
Did I?
furry,
No.
cute and innocent.
Well, all right. I'll believe everything except for that last word.
It's true, honestly.
Uh-huh.
It is.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
innocent.
I believe you.
If there's trouble, I'm never in the mix. Never.
That's what Dina has to say to that.
Dina sounds like she needs a strepsil. She's got a sore throat or something.
But anyway, this is all good news. So if everybody sees Ryan James around, or you happen to bump into him on one of the chats or something, say hi. Introduce yourself if you're not one of the admin team or one of the lobby hosts for the games. If you're just a normal member and you see him, I'm sure most everybody in FIFA knows him, but when it comes to whether it be Rocket League or Race Club or Call of Duty, if you see him, say hi. He's now our official new co-owner, working with Mal to bring you everything that you want in a better package.
It's a welcome addition. Mal, you've been doing so much, or trying to do so much by yourself. I think it's about time, the gods were kind and gave you somebody that can be there, when needed, and take some of that sort of burden, that pressure off you.
Mm-hmm.
And now that's in place, I think your gaming is just going to go from strength to strength. You're going to be able to enjoy it so much more now, because you don't have that constant worry about, oh, that's not done, this is not done, I need to organise that, I need to organise this. But yeah, kudos to you, man. I think it's a really good thing. Oscar speech, thank you very much. I'd like to thank my parents.
Extra clap then.
Oh, I figured I'd break it in there because I figured Mal was tearing up at that point.
No, the tissues are for someone else. Okay.
It
So,
means the world to me when I hear stuff like this, It really does.
well, but Mal,
Makes it all worthwhile.
I've been with you how long now?
Well, fuck me, 20 years, isn't it?
Oh, I don't think it's been
Life-
that
life
long,
partner.
but I mean, I've been with you since
Feels like it.
pretty much what? When did Forza 5 come out? September of
2 years ago.
was it 2 years ago?
Forza 6 came out 1 year ago. So it'd be 2 years before that. It'd be 3 years ago.
3, yeah, I must say 3 years ago. So I've been with you over 2 years now. Because we ran the Forza 5 launched in September. We ran the Forza 5 launch cup in February. Took a little bit, but yeah, I've met you and pretty much been dabbling. I started dabbling in the GLC. At that point, I think it was probably a couple months after that to where I actually joined your site, and before I fully left the other site. But I think that's when probably, I don't know, February, March, April of that year, which was, I don't know, what's 14? April of 2014.
Mm-hmm.
3 years for you, and it's come up for a year for me. It's almost a year for me. I thought, no, isn't
It's
it?
about 2.5. It's been 2.5
October
years
last
for
year?
me. Yeah, 2.5 years I've been here,
2.5 for you and a year for me.
and I've never
It's been
once in that 2.5 years, not once. Well, okay, I'm lying. Maybe once. I've never considered leaving, except for one time. I got really pissed off at one point. It had nothing to do with the community itself, but I've been faithful, and the funny part is I've become admin. It's kind of you've kind of creeped it up on me. You slowly built me into the admin role. I don't
Stealth.
I don't think you knew I noticed how you were doing that.
I kind of, like I said, I did the Monkey Clan website first, and I was lucky to have a lot of good admin, good people around me, organisers, people doing work on pages, helping, because it's not just about the website. You got to have people around you to help run events and orchestrate, and maybe tell me when I'm going off track and steer me a little bit sometimes,
Which I did with you, because
yeah, indeed.
you were having that time where you were just trying to do too much, and it was showing on your racing.
Oh yes, and in my decision making and everything else. I'm a human being, and We all need telling
Is that right?
sometimes.
Was that right about the time you got a bit grumpy?
Yeah.
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 I thought he was just getting old and cranky, but he was actually officially grumpy. Okay.
Hey, listen. Sometimes we all have a bad period.
Well,
Yes, we do.
you know,
you there?
but
Yeah.
anyway,
That didn't happen soon enough.
you were late on that one, Dina. The way I see it, as I've never, everybody, GLC is a community. We're gamers, community. Blah, blah, blah. For me, GLC has been more of a family than a community, and there's people that I would. Of course, everybody knows I'm over here across the pond. I'm in the United States. I'm not in the UK like 99.9% of the rest of GLC. Okay, but if I was there, everybody knows, whether just not on the computer or online. I would be there for anybody that needed my help personally as well too, because again. Mal and I have never met face to face. We've only ever talked online or communicated through GLC or WhatsApp, whatever way we communicate. Mal is probably one of my best friends in my life. And Mal is somebody I would go to for advice on things or just to talk about life in general, because we've become that close. Ewok is pretty much like a brother to me. I can joke around with him. I can create this podcast with him and basically just have a grand old time and enjoy his company. As to where, there's other people in the GLC, which I feel the same way. And they're a family more than it is a community for me. And that's probably why without being asked to do things, I'm always looking to try and improve on something we're doing, or add something more to what we're doing, and bring something more to GLC. And it's basically like this podcast or the videos. We started that because we wanted to give more to the community, and not just for us to have something to do, just because we wanted to do it. Half the time, it's a real pain in the ass for me to make these videos, but I do it because I don't want to let the community down.
There's been times a pair of you have put videos together for GLC, sometimes separately, sometimes together. And I know you're going through hell at home or work or whatever, but you still insisted on getting down there and grinding it out and getting it on the pages because you didn't want to let people down. But, you two could never let GLC down. When you do make the time to do something for GLC, it's always a bonus and a damn good one.
Well, thank you.
I'm still quite taken aback by Gary's words, to be honest with you. Obviously, what we talk about kind of is semi-planned, and obviously sometimes we talk about stuff that isn't really planned. But no, I will say thank you for those words, mate. Seriously, I do what I can. Do you know what I mean? I do what I can, and I know that Mal, you appreciate everything we do as well, and you understand obviously what's going on in people's lives and stuff. But yeah, I think it is. Because the GLC is that's why we work so hard at what we do, and why we take the time out to make sure that it's done right, because we want to do right by you, and don't want to do anything that jeopardizes the fabulous reputation that the GLC's got.
Something you guys probably never knew from me is the reason I do this initially is quite selfish.
He wants the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I became single parent and did that for 19 years, which meant I couldn't go to the pub. So I needed to interact with people, and I learnt to jump on Xbox and got to know people. And I'm one of these guys where I don't want to waste my time, my valuable time, on idiots. But when I find good people, I cling to them because I want them in my life. I want to be surrounded by good people. And that's where a lot of the ethics of GLC comes from. And when I meet people like you guys and so many people that are in the GLC, when I find the good ones, I sort of cling to them and do my best to make sure they want to stay, because I want them about, because that's my life and that's my social life. When I'm not dealing with work or my family, my kids have grown up and they've got adult lives now and they're doing their thing and they don't need me hanging over them all the time. So it's about me now in my life, and I want to be surrounded by quality people, and I've got that, and I'm always grateful. I really am. So it's kind of with selfish motive from the start.
Hey,
Everyone's got that in them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone's got that little bit of, it's all about me.
some of us just don't want to grow
It
up.
just shows. It goes back. It kind of touched on something me and Gally touched on the first podcast. We talk about just gaming, the gaming world as a whole, and how much it's changed. It's gone from being bleary-eyed little teenagers and kids staring at a computer screen to being this phenomenal social aspect that it is now, where it's not just about sitting in a room by yourself and just staring at the TV screen to the early hours. It is about communities, and it is about being social, and it is about getting to know people from all different walks of life with no prejudgment. Because sometimes you never get to see what that person looks like, but you could know everything about them. And I think for the people who choose to sell in the GLC, you will not be disappointed. There's a perfect formula there. Perfect formula.
Yeah.
We always keep the good ones and move along the ones that don't fit.
And that's just it. We're always striving to improve it too. We don't want it to just be stale and always the same. We're always striving to improve or change or bring you something more, And it's because we want to do it for them. Sometimes, yes, it's selfish motive because we want to try something else. So we thought about this too, but when we do these things and we create these events and these races and these structures that we come up with as far as giving points and all this stuff, we do it with the thought of everybody else, not just us. It's like, well, what can we do? How can we do this to where even somebody who is not the fastest driver might still be a contender and could, and this is like what Junior came up with his chase format. It's like it's about the community, and we consider everybody in the community when we're coming up with these new plans.
Yeah, I mean, for Junior, he's very competitive and he wants to win everything he joins in on. That's his goal when he joins in, to enjoy it, but he wants to win.
Yeah, so does everybody.
But he still proposed a setup where he's putting himself at such a disadvantage. Him and all the quick drivers are at the back, and they got work their way past all the other drivers that are not quite as fast, or maybe not as skilled or experienced, or not had the time.
Right.
And so it just shows the thought process of what people want.
Right. All right. So we've gotten really serious. We've gotten really deep, and I think all in all, I think we've really given a taste of who Mal is, what GLC is about, and I think it's time for some lighthearted fun. Time for our 10 questions.
Is it time?
Oh no.
Is it time?
Yes, it's time, Ewok.
Oh, it's Ewok
So
time.
you have to be up for work in the morning, Ewok?
I do actually. If you listen to this, I've been working 6 hours. But,
I'm sorry you couldn't stay for this.
but you know what? I'm going to stay for the questions. I've stayed up this late, and I'm going to stay for the questions.
We want honest answers. We want honest answers.
Yes.
Sure.
Now, the way this is going to work, we have 10 questions for you, Mal. And we're going to alternately ask you. So I'll ask you the first one, and then so forth. Okay. Like Gally says, just be honest. That's all we want to know.
Okay.
Okay. Gally, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Start it off, Ewok.
Okay. Mal, question number 1. What is your proudest GLC achievement? He's thinking.
Making the community very, very active.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice answer.
Okay. Next question. Peanut butter. Do you prefer crunchy or smooth?
I love both, but probably I haven't had it for a long time, so if I bought some, it'd probably be crunchy.
Don't do peanut butter myself. No.
I did have it the American way with jelly, with jam.
Okay.
Question 3.
Question 3, yes. Okay. Mal, question 3.
Sounds
Honest
dodgy
answer.
already.
Rim job or reach around? I love the silence.
He's actually got to contemplate.
He's got to think. He's got to think.
I'm just thinking what the sheep would want me to say.
We've had all this deep, serious stuff, and then Mal's got to decide whether he'd settle for a rim job or a reach around. Which is it, Mal?
I'd probably go for the reach around.
Okay.
Oh, dirty boy, dirty boy.
Fantical bout wow.
Oh my god.
Alrighty. Next question. What would your last meal be if you were on death row?
Haggis.
Oh, God.
Really?
Haggis.
He loves
Best food in
haggis.
the whole world.
Even I do that.
I'm
You haven't
Scottish,
tried
I don't eat
haggis, you have not lived.
I'm also I'm Scottish through and through, and I cannot stand haggis. I think it's disgusting. But
Catching the
anyway,
buggers is another thing, but
yeah, you've got to run the opposite way around the hill. That's what you got to
Yeah.
do. Okie dokie. Next question. Question number 5 from Mal, our illustrious leader from the GLC. Will you do a Santa Christmas video for the GLC this year? As in, you send the GLC a Christmas message via video.
Dressed as Santa.
yeah, I'll do that.
Best of Santa. Yes, he will. There you go, troops.
Ooh, something to look forward
Santa,
to in
Santa
a
Israel.
few weeks.
Yeah.
Because Christmas isn't that
A few
far
years
away.
ago, I was invited to Christmas dinner around friends, and they obviously had kids and a big house full of them. I took my kids down, and I actually left my house with a big sack of presents, and I walked through the estate dressed as Santa and did the Santa thing all day.
Ah,
Oh, so he likes dressing like
Lord.
Santa.
it looks that way, yeah.
All right. Next question. Which do you prefer when tied to the bedpost? Spankings or whippings?
Why did I get a picture of Woodle then?
Whoa!
What's going on?
Wow, that is gold. That is
Wow. Oh,
that is gold, man.
I
That's
ask you
GLC
that
gold.
question, and your first thought goes to Woodle?
Oh no! Oh, get me a sheep.
Right, we have to have video confession. Oh wow.
Thank you. I feel better now.
God.
Oh, whips. Go on.
O-N-G.
Let's have some whips.
Whips.
Ooh, he likes the
Okay,
whips.
The whips. He's going with the whips. Okay.
I wasn't thinking of Woodle whipping me. I was thinking of Woodle.
No,
Yeah,
no,
okay,
no,
okay,
no, no,
So
no.
he'd like it.
Explaining it just makes it worse. It really does.
Really?
Oh, God. Mal get whipped by Woodle. Woodle get mad. Well, forget it anyway. Next
Now I
question
passed it on
is-
to Woodle. I'm getting him a free whipping, and I'm not even there.
Okay, next question, Mal, is true or false? Biggie is your love child.
Okay. When me and Biggie meet in KFC, I have to call him Steph.
What?
Yeah,
You have to come Steph.
yeah. I
What, as in
Okay.
Stephanie?
Why?
because he messages me and calls himself Steph.
I just shit
No, it's a
myself.
joke.
Fucking hell.
He got a new phone, and because obviously I didn't know who it was texting, he texted me and pretended he was this bird called Steph.
Ah,
And
okay.
he was talking about wanting to meet me in KFC, and apparently when you have sex in KFC toilet and get the woman pregnant, the love child is a woodle. According to Biggie.
This is going fucking what?
This is going sideways.
So anyway, what was the question?
True or false, Biggie is your
Biggie
love child?
No, it's false.
Okay.
So we've got Biggie calling herself Stephanie. You want to get whipped by Widow?
Wow. Okay. Next question. What is your biggest regret in the GLC?
Going with, when we launched, going with a co-owner that I still feel is a good man, but going with a co-owner that I knew wouldn't work. But because he was a good man that I got on really well with, I still wanted to give it a go, even though I knew it just wouldn't work.
Well, the guy, he may be an ass, but
That's
he is a decent person. He's just an ass.
He's a good guy.
It's a hard question to
I knew that would be your answer, too. And for anybody else who knew that would be his answer, who's been here long enough to know who he's talking about, yeah, we were right.
Okay. Do you know what? But when I wrote the question, I thought, what would his regret be? I can actually think about it. Okay. Right, moving on. Okay. Question number 9. Mal, why do you hate Project Cars so much?
I don't.
You don't?
He's lying.
No. You give me a chance to wind Galley up, and I'll take it. I bought Project Cars initially because it had a track on there that I didn't have on Forza, and I live 10 minutes away from Snetterton Racetrack.
There's a whole lot of tracks that Forza don't have.
I wanted to see what Snetterton Racetrack looked like from the inside because I spent a lot of my time dropping people off there in my taxi, and I was curious. And Project Cars came out with Snetterton, and I paid full price for it on launch purely to see what Snetterton Racetrack was like. But as we all know, it needed fixing big time and was hard to drive on. So I went round Snetterton, but I saw more of the grass than I did the track.
I was going to say, a ticket for Snetterton would have been cheaper, would it not?
Yeah, no.
Probably. But I've moved away, so I'm not near Snetterton now. I'm in a foreign land called Wales. Some of you may have... It's just off Australia somewhere. They've both got a lot of sheep. I think they share. Okay. And the one thing is I can't go to Snetterton now, but I am getting my Project Cars disc back tomorrow.
Oh, he's going to see his love child.
Okay.
Steph has agreed to pass Project Cars back my way.
That'll be interesting.
So that must mean
sometime
that
over the
he's not coming back.
No, not at all. He is. But I asked graciously if he's likely to get on in the near future. And I believe when he has time, we'll be nicking him on Forza for a while. I'm sure it'll come a point when he finds time and Biggie's back, Xbox gaming like the Biggie we know, and he's got proper internet, he's going to be nicking Project Cars back off me pretty sharp. But at the moment, he's got a new life, he's working.
Unless we can get you to play it.
Different shifts.
No, that would be interesting, wouldn't it?
I'm curious because I know you guys have got it sussed and people are able to drive on it now. And I don't know if I'd be able to join your Sunday league because of the time you do it. But Fridays I'm free and it's time. I've got an external hard drive now. I can get more games installed. So yeah, I'm getting Project Cars back tomorrow.
You've got to give it a proper try.
Yeah.
Especially seeing how we nabbed Junior.
Another major announcement for you all. I'll have Project Cars back on.
Ooh, you heard it here first, folks.
They're getting spoiled.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Gally didn't even know that.
Nope. But I hope to one day race with you on Project Cars. That would be a fulfilling achievement for me.
Mm-hmm.
But
How
anyway,
much penalty do you get for hitting someone up the arse on the...
You can get
you
disqualified.
get disqualified if you hit them too hard.
I'm sure we'll find out. Gally.
So anyway, as we come to the end of our 10 questions, the last question, number 10. On Saturday nights, when you race on the Forza League, which do you prefer? Sitting in your knickers or commando?
It's nice to open the window up and go commando, and you know, when you go around them hard corners in a fast car and that, you have to go with it, and just swinging about is just liberating.
Do you know what? I never thought, right, when we started these 10 questions, I would end up sitting here aroused, but this is ridiculous. This is absolute bonkers.
Oh my God! So there's a pleasant thought for you guys next Saturday. The next Saturday night that you're racing with Mal, you can just imagine, what is he sitting there? Is he commando or is he in his knickers?
Just steer clear of me on them corners.
Woo!
Those questions were quite painless, weren't they?
Oh yeah, they were very
For
painless.
you.
They were for fun.
Yeah. What do you mean for me?
Hey, there's 8 sheep out there not going to talk to me for at least 2 weeks.
I think you're cheating on him. But anyway, that's
Hiding the
all
whips.
the time. That is all the time we've had here. We've went. This is our special episode, and it's went longer than any other episode.
How long have we run?
We are approaching the hour and 15-minute mark.
Wow.
Wow. That's,
Yes.
yeah. that's pretty...
And it went by like that.
It did.
It
It's
did,
really
yeah.
good fun chatting with you guys.
It was a lot of
It
fun
always
having
has
you,
been.
Mal,
It was
on the show. That
pleasure
is.
having you on the podcast. Yeah. Yeah, well, you don't want to start cutting widow's grass. You really don't.
No. I don't want to go anywhere near KFC anymore either. Why?
So
I'll go in the toilets. Steph will be
don't-
waiting.
if you kind of switched off at any point during this podcast, and you've turned back on, to take away from this, you've got Woodle, whips, sex in a KFC toilet with Biggie, who now calls himself Steph, and that's about it. To be honest. I don't think I'll sleep tonight. I'm going to have some really, really weird dreams after this conversation today.
So that's it, folks. We've reached the end of another hopefully successful podcast. I hope you've come away with some very interesting news that pleases you. A different outlook on Mal. Maybe you've seen a lighter side of him. Maybe you've seen a darker side. Maybe you've seen the untanned side. I don't know. But Mal, it's been really great catching up with you and talking to you and having you as a guest on our show.
For sure. I appreciate you inviting me and allowing me to come and join you. Podcast is something, you know, it's amazing. And I look forward to hearing them every week. And, you know, I've learned to open a page up on Race Club and just hit your podcast on, and I listen to that while I jump on other pages and do work. And sometimes I just stop and think, what did they just say?
I think we might have to start putting I know, age restrictions on the podcasts, because don't have children anywhere near present. You know, some of the stuff we're going to talk about is just so close to the wire. And
Yeah, and imagine if you do get Woodle on in the future, you could be asking him about the whips.
Well,
oh, I am.
the Woodle will be coming on in the very near future. So As a matter of fact, we have the regular Friday podcast coming up, which we have an available opening, so maybe we'll ask him to join us to do that. We don't know, so maybe the next podcast for next Friday we'll have another guest. Maybe not. We'll let you know when you listen.
Good luck, guys. Without naming names, I've heard through the grapevine who you're bringing in as a guest in the very near future, and I just hope he doesn't break it.
It just might break the internet.
That might break the internet. I think he's going to be an epic interview. To be honest with you,
I can't wait.
I think
we'll get word in edgeways.
I think that's probably going to be our most listened to podcast when people find out who the guest is.
Yeah. Well, as you're not publishing this one, I can walk away peacefully.
Really? We're not going to publish this.
Oh no! Oh, this will be.
Just check the contract.
This will be up. This will be
Yeah,
up
yeah.
this weekend. This will be up this weekend. It's going to be up early.
So
You told me this was a
somewhere to
quiet
hide.
chat between friends.
Well, guess what?
So long, sucker!
No, it's been immense, guys, and good luck with your future podcasts. Onwards and upwards, and I hope these run for a very long time.
Hey, as long as the GLC's around and the GLC will have us, we'll be here.
We will be here.
Yes, we will.
We will be here.
So, again, for Dirty Ewok, MerlinMal, I am Gallifrey Madman. Thank you, everybody, and we will see you out on the track.
See you later.
Eok and Val.